When most people think of the periodic table, they envision a kind of map adorned with various columns and rows, often found hanging in classrooms. From the beginning of the school year until its end, this scheme remains a fixture in our understanding of chemistry. Though permitted for us during exams, the periodic table can still prove vexing. Despite its appearance as a comprehensive cheat sheet, its utility is not always reliable. At first glance, the periodic table appears meticulously organized and ingeniously designed for optimal scientific use. However, upon closer inspection, it resembles a maze of intricate numbers, abbreviations, and data reminiscent of computer error messages, instilling fear in students. While it seems to have connections to other disciplines, such as biology and physics. The precise interrelations are often unclear. Yet, the most frustrating aspect for many is that those who grasp the periodic table's intricacies effortlessly glean insights from it. One might liken the periodic table to an expansive grid with numerous blank cells, resembling a nearly arranged pattern of empty boxes awaiting information. Alternatively, envision the periodic table as a sprawling, bustling metropolis where one can witness the lively interactions of atoms up close. Each element represents a distinct building or neighborhood, possessing its own unique identity and function. The groups and periods correspond to the various districts and streets that structure the urban landscape. The arrangement of elements mirrors the street grids and connections between neighborhoods. Much like a city's diverse architecture, elements within the periodic table exhibit diverse properties and functions. The lanthanides and actinides are akin to enigmatic enclaves within the city, tucked away from the main thoroughfares and not easily discovered. Like hidden alleyways and secret squares, these groups harbor distinctive properties and mysteries. They serve as concealed treasures accessible only to those genuinely interested and willing to venture off the beaten path. Just as unexplored corners and nooks offer intriguing discoveries in a city, these elements hold potential for those who take the time to explore them. In this bustling cityscape, atoms perpetually engage in motion and transformation, forming new connections through their interactions. It is a captivating spectacle that unveils the workings of the world on an atomic scale. Today, we delve into the origins of the term periodic table, its inventor, and how we can decipher its columns and rows. So, why is it called the periodic table, but not, for example, elemental chart or Mendeleev's grid? Reactive atoms and stable atoms would be a cool name. The term periodic table derives from the periods or rows that delineate it horizontally. These periods represent rows of elements sharing similar chemical properties, typically exhibiting increasing atomic masses from left to right. It was devised by the Russian chemist Dmitri Mendeleev, who organized the elements based on their properties, thereby creating the periodic table as we know it today. The vertical columns in the periodic table are referred to as groups or families. Elements with the same group exhibit similar chemical properties due to possessing the same number of electrons in their outer shell. For instance, all elements in the first column, the alkali metals, are reactive metals. Reactive metals readily interact with other elements and compounds, often donating electrons to form stable compounds. These interactions manifest in various forms, such as the formation of salts, oxides, or other chemical compounds. Examples of reactive metals include alkali and alkaline earth metals, such as sodium, potassium, calcium, and magnesium. The alkali metals comprising the elements in the first group of the periodic table. All feature one electron in their outermost electron shell. Consequently, they readily donate this electron to achieve a stable electronic configuration. Upon donating an electron, an alkali metal becomes a cation with a positive charge, while the number of protons in its nucleus remains unchanged. The decrease in the number of electrons results in an overall positive charge. Hence, these elements typically exhibit a +1 charge when engaging in chemical reactions. The horizontal rows in the periodic table represent periods, each indicating the number of electron shells and energy levels occupied by the elements within that row. Elements with the same period possess an identical number of electron shells, but differ in the number of electrons in their outer shell. For instance, all elements in the second period feature 2 electron shells. Electron shells, also known as energy levels or electron orbitals, constitute the energy status where electrons orbit the atomic nucleus. These electrons, particularly those in the outer shells, referred to as valence electrons, play a pivotal role in chemical reactions, determining an element's chemical properties as they engage in chemical bonding. Congratulations! You now comprehend the origins of the term periodic table and how to interpret its rows and columns, propelling you toward a deeper understanding of chemistry. Suppose you are the first person to discover the periodic table of elements. What name would you bestow upon this paramount scientific achievement? I eagerly anticipate your imaginative suggestions and interpretations of the periodic table, envisioning how it may be named by contemporary generations. Please share your responses in the comment. I am intrigued to discover how today's generation will bestow a name upon the venerable periodic table. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up if you found it informative and engaging.